Islam Dwayne, how you doing? I just walked in. It is about 4:09 p.m. I am so tired. Had a long day. I'm going to turn on the lights. I want to tell you something. I am so tired. Today is July the 23rd, 2018. I was thinking, and I'm going to talk to you as I eat, because I'm so hungry. I woke up this morning around 2:30 a.m. I exercised on the treadmill, and I read. I did a lot of things this morning before I went to work. I didn't breathe like I wanted to, but I did take care of a lot of stuff I want to take care of. I'm gonna give you an example of what I experienced. One day, I was, and this is in reference to being among those who are not like us in spirit and don't have a soul. This is my testimony, and this is how I know. I know without a doubt that these unclean spirits are created to cause harm. Okay, not only they're used because they're telepathic to invade Asiatic souls' sleep while there's dreams while they're sleeping. Especially those that start talking about getting back into the constitutional fold, freedom and love, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, but or they attack spiritually in different ways where a soul don't have enough information to give to protect themselves. So like today, for instance, I was praying out loud. Literally, I was praying out loud as I walked from my job to American Extended Stay in Annapolis, Maryland. I run the Arrington-Bey. I was praying out loud, and I was praying against this unclean spirits, and unclean spirits that are of the Negro black. All right, because many times it's them that are most aggressive in reference to trying to engage. But let me give you an example of what I experienced. One day, because I'm trying to attune and raise my thoughts, right? My frequency. Now, I already know we're among a telepathic society, and they've been doing unclean thoughts, causing sharp pains to the body, forcefully for a long time. This is nothing new. I think about many times when I hear entertainers dying of overdosing off painkillers. Okay, maybe they were trying to get out of a contract. I don't know. But it's interesting to know that we are among these unclean spirits that can force sharp pains to your mind, to your head, to your joints, cause a healthy soul to have to go to the hospital, which a hospital makes money, or a pharmacy, go get painkillers, whatever. Or if they can't handle it mentally, a psycho ward. So one day I was mentally chanting, but today I was using my 10th Amendment. I was praying out loud against unclean spirits that are, because it's not that which everybody that's under the status of black and Negro, because you have Moors who are under that status of black Negro, and they don't realize they are, and then you have Moors who aren't, but they still have that state of mind. I don't want to have the state of mind as a Negro black, because I see it's a deliberate procedure to get a soul to behave as less than what they're supposed to behave, less than divine. All right, to behave like a Negro, where you have this science that calls you to be telepathic, and you use it to stalk women, souls. You might be in the military, the Navy, the Army. You overseas, they're using you to molest children. Who knows? You know, so what I'm trying to say is, today I use my 10th Amendment of the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, and also the 10 amendments in the Constitution, section Amendment 1. Okay, so I was praying out loud in section 1 of the 13th Amendment with 20 sections of Abraham Lincoln proclamations. and I was praying for all souls. All right, but I was praying for protection over me. So one day I was chanting out loud, because not out loud, excuse me, mentally, about raising my vibrations, my thoughts, because I know by doing that, not causing harm with my thoughts, I'm not only helping myself, but I'm helping healing the earth. Then all of a sudden, this Negro black started to get very, very agitated. All right, especially when I was thinking about how I could see how many of us, if we start chanting and we focusing on raising our thoughts, this Negro black male started to get agitated. Then all of a sudden I started to feel a spirit on me, like a blackie Negro trying to latch on. Latch, L-A-T-C-H, latch on. See, Dwayne Baptist Bay, I don't think they can reincarnate, okay? They don't have a soul. They're spirits. Like a tree is a spirit. The ants are spirits. Water is a spirit. A fire is a spirit. But when you don't have a soul, how are you going to come back? Islam. So these Negroes, or unclean spirits, not just Negroes, because you got them in the Mexican nation, unclean spirits that don't have a soul. You got the pale skin. Normally, most melanated people would think only pale skin will probably be the one that don't have a soul, but as we know, that's not true. So you have, because you can have a pale skin who is olive shade, or maybe not olive, but just really pale, but they might have a soul. I keep thinking about Robert E. Lee being naturalized under Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, and the thought he had to want to naturalize himself to get back into the constitutional fold. That's a divine thought, you know. So I'm thinking about President Johnson, who rejected the 14th Amendment and said it was unconstitutional, you know. So, or in so many words. So anyway, one day I was chanting, constantly trying to keep my thoughts up, not harm anyone. I didn't want to harm anyone with my thoughts. So I was thinking about raising my frequency, because I know there's a cleansing and change. And all of a sudden, this Negro black male started to get all agitated and like wandering around, like, you know, and he ran away, he ran around, and then all of a sudden I felt a spirit on me. And I used my third eye, and there was this black Negro latching on. All right? I kept cleansing this spirit from me. So once again, I don't think these spirits that are soulless can reincarnate. So this is why there's a forced amalgamation, possibly one of the reasons why using trickery to force amalgamate. They keep saying your son, they try to get their females to amalgamate with these soulful Asiatic men. Now, not only that, we have a conscience, all right? If we are naturally trying to uplift the earth and the universe and heal with love and freedom, and what they're talking about and they're speaking of is bondage. They sneaking around spiritually, trying to molest and rape, marrying, and all this other stuff. You know what they're used for. They sending people to the hospital or to the psycho ward. They hoping to manipulate your mind, where you get yourself in debt, where you might have problems with the IRS, or you can't, or hospital bills, whatever they can do, because they're telepathic. So you already know, I already know what they're used for. Can't say every single one, but if they start talking about I paid, all right, and brother, and they trying to engage forcefully, and the females trying to engage forcefully talking about I paid, you already know what they're used for. All right? So consciously we come back as souls. And we already consciously want, I know for me, waking up, I wanted to change and live in a righteous manner. There's nothing wrong with being around that which is not like you. But when that which is not like you is behaving like as a terrorist, spiritually, mentally, there's no doubt about it. It's not if, ands, buts about what's going on. Okay? And so Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he prophesied, he said something about we have to be careful, or something he prophesies about when he speaks to certain Moors, they mix, so they might not be able to hear him speaking. All right? And so I think about during the slave plantations, according to way back when, but we are already see this is the global plantation. how they really tried to sleep and breed the souls, the Asiatic women and females and men with others. All right, create a new slave, Islam. So those are my thoughts today. So today I did pray out loud as I was walking back, but I'm okay. I felt good today. I'm tired. Like I said, I woke up at 2:30 to 8 a.m. Exercised, I read, and so I'm just trying now to stay focused on good thoughts. Islam. It's July the 23rd, 2018. Islam.